Hello everyone, it's Becky here from Ivy's Corner and I am back for day number 8 of Inktober Tangles 2025. Today's pattern is an interesting one. It's quite tricky, I would say. I've just had a little practice of it and it's proving a bit trickier than some of the others. So be kind to yourself with this one. If you don't get it straight away, it doesn't mean that you are rubbish. It's taken a while for me to get the hang of it and I'm not even convinced it's going to be coming out that well for you today. So just take your time with it and have a little practice on some scrap paper or something before you commit it to a tile and see how you go. Today's pattern on day number 8 is Cochombrós, I think you pronounce it, by Tania Ferriol Jover. And it is a really nice pattern, but it is a little bit tricky to master. So we're going to start off. It's quite technical, I would say. I mean, you can do it with wavy lines. I'm going to try and show you the straight line version. What we start off with this particular pattern is a kind of a 6-pointed star, as it were. So I'm going to start off by just drawing one line down straight. Now I want to create kind of 6 relatively equal segments here. So rather than doing a straight cross like this, I'm going to do my next line on a slight angle here. So I've done a straight line and this one here, and I'm going to kind of create a roughly kind of a 6-pointed star with roughly equal segments, I suppose. Now, the next thing to do is to kind of add lines to kind of create diamond shapes in the centre here. So I like to kind of pop a little dot on the outside just to give me an idea of where to aim for, because we're creating this 6-pointed star and we do want to make sure we have nice defined points here. So I'm going to just draw these V shapes here to create this 6-pointed star. And this is a tangle that you do need to kind of, it starts smaller but it does get much bigger than we draw our initial lines, so just be aware of that. I mean, I may struggle slightly because I'm going to end up going slightly off the page here. Right, so we have our little star here now. And now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to continue some of these lines off a little bit. So we want to keep coming off of the same direction. So if you look at this diamond here as, you know, this is the left and this is the right of the diamond, I'm going to come off of this left-hand line here. So I'm going to just extend that line a little bit that way, but I want to make sure I do that on the same side of each of these diamonds. So I'm extending these off and turning my tile as I go. I'm turning my booklet as I go. And just making sure I extend a little bit off of each of them, but on the same side. So we now have this kind of spinning kind of situation going on here. Now the next thing to do, and this is where I struggled initially, is to work out exactly where to draw the next line. And what we're going to do is we're going to look, if we came off of the left hand of our, I'll do this one, if we came off of the left hand of our diamond here, we want to consider this right hand side of the diamond when we draw our next section. But we're going to come out from this point here where this line intersects with the one that we've just drawn to create a tighter angle, but we want to maintain this line as like a parallel. So we're going to draw a 4-sided shape, like a parallelogram, I suppose, this way, but we're going to draw this line is going to kind of be parallel with this line we're going to draw here. So we're going to come off here and then stop and join these lines together so it's parallel with this one here, like so. So we've kind of got this wonky rectangle here. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So keep turning your tile and keep creating these sort of parallelograms. We're going to draw up here and just keep an eye on this line, because this is where we want to create this parallel line across here, roughly. Turn the tile again, and then this one is going to essentially auraing this line, but we're maintaining the angle so that this line is now going to be parallel with this one. The best way to think about where to start this line from is we're creating quite an acute, a sort of small triangle here. So we're going to come off here and then just do that line there. Keep turning the tile, come off this way, and then keep this line parallel here. And then finally this one with a little line that's in line there. So you can see we've kind of got these parallelograms now coming off of our central star shape. And the final step of this tangle is now to just bring down this corner to create a small triangle here, like so. And we're going to do that on all of these little shapes around the outside. And with some help from shading, that's going to look really dimensional, I think. Let me show you. I'm going to pop down some graphite here. So I'm going to pop my graphite just along here, or within that whole triangle, I think. This small triangle that we've placed at the end, along two sides. And then I'm also going to add some just along here. Where our little parallelogram kind of jumps out away from everything else. And then I'm going to just do a little bit in the centre also. So I'm going to soften that in the centre, and then all of these lines that I've added. And just gently smooth. You can see how much paper is lifting from my little handmade notebook. So I'm being very gentle with my shading. And I'm just softening everything that I've placed down. It's lovely to use beautiful handmade paper, but just if you do, just be mindful of the lifting of the fibres. And there you go. That is this tangle, which is Cochombrós. So this is day number 8 of Inktober tangles. Cochombrós. And this is by Tania Ferriol Jover. There we have it, a complicated tangle, but one that's definitely worth practicing because it does look really effective and a really fun one to draw. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next video in this series of Inktober Tangles 2025.